What's going on, everyone? My name is XDefiant, also known as Nate, and welcome to today's video. So, XDefiant's preseason is officially coming to an end here soon, and Season 1 is right around the corner, and I'd like to break down my thoughts on the game and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on Ubisoft's brand new shooter. I just want to begin by saying I'm 100% out of my prime when it comes to gaming. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty and other shooters pretty much 24/7 back in high school and some years after that. But pretty much the past 5 years, it's so rare that I even dedicate a couple more than a few hours to gaming. So the gameplay you're watching is me doing my best, so go ahead and call me trash in the comments. At the very least, I will say XDefiant is the first shooter in a long time I'm playing more than a few hours a week on, so there's some background information for you. Now, I'm not going to go into detail of every single aspect in the game. Instead, I'm going to give you guys my quick thoughts on the game and list off some things I like and some things I dislike. With that being said, let's hop right into the video. Now, what better way to start this video off than talking about the main selling point for this game? No skill-based matchmaking. It's so refreshing after playing the past 5-6 years of Call of Duty. I guess 5 of Call of Duty, just sweatfest after sweatfest. You have a good game and then it's 10 games of playing tryhards and no lives. It's refreshing to have that old feeling of Call of Duty again in a non-Call of Duty game. It's just so nice that Ubisoft nailed it with this. Obviously, you're gonna get some sweaty games, you're gonna get some easy games, but that's how it was back then. It was all natural. Ubisoft killed it with this. Every game recently has been so sweaty and just so competitive, and that's fine if that's your thing, but that's also why I stopped playing games in general nowadays. I didn't have the time, I didn't have the effort, I didn't have the drive to go and try hard every game. So I figured I'd start this list off with such a huge W from Ubisoft and just no skill-based matchmaking. It's amazing. Same note, the welcome playlist does have skill-based matchmaking, and I believe also the competitive mode has skill-based matchmaking, which is how it should be, which is how Call of Duty should do it. It just keeps skill-based matchmaking in competitive. Or if you're going to put it in casual, throttle it down a lot. Because COD's always had skill-based matchmaking, but never this strong. Not since Modern Warfare 2019. But they just toned it up, and the way that Ubisoft has it right now is perfect. Alright. For the most part, this is a good thing. Free-to-play allows a lot of people to get into the servers, more games, quick queue times, everything. Just making the game free-to-play is a good thing for the most part. Obviously, there's negatives, we'll talk about in the negative section. But for positives, it's amazing. Just having a nice free-to-play game that's fun, and it's not pay to win. That's the big thing. It's not pay to win and it's free. So there's not much more you can ask for about that. So just having the game be free to play as opposed to spend $70 on Call of Duty every year. Except this year when they, come out on Game Pass, you still need to pay like $15-20 a month for that on Game Pass. But at least they're trying something different. At least we don't have to fork over $70 for a game that, me personally, I'm going to play for a month and not never touch again. So free to play, love it. Now this one is interesting because the feedback from these devs has been insane. It's like literally the community is making the game how we want it, as opposed to Activision, who just don't give a shit about their player base. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. Yeah, they don't really care about us, just let's be honest. And Ubisoft is taking every suggestion that we do. They nerfed the bunny hopping and the spam crouching and everything like that recently because of us. They're listening to us. It's a complete 180 from how Activision treats us. It really is. It's incredible. Alright, I have heard some controversy about this one, but not having kill streaks is a good thing. It just promotes you to go out, get kills, capture the objective, and not camp to try and build up your streak. I get it. It's fun in Call of Duty, but that's Call of Duty. Leave that with Call of Duty. Leave it with Call of Duty. All kill streaks is going to do is make it just that much more chaotic. People are going to camp that much more for the streaks. People are going to play the objective not as much. Even if you make it score streaks, I don't care. Leave them out of it. Ubisoft did an amazing job by not putting them in the game. It's amazing. Keep it how it is. I don't want kill streaks in the game. And if you're voting against me, I get it's your opinion, but you're wrong. It's going to make the game more campy like Call of Duty. Just trust me here. Now the movement, I'm kind of 50-50 on the movement. I'm leaning more toward it's good. I like it. I like the more fast pace. I prefer how Call of Duty was like back in Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Like the OGs, Call of Duty's 2009, 2010 era, that kind of movement, even without the Dolphin Dive. The Dolphin Dive was useless back then. I don't really care. I like that more just boots on the ground movement, like all this sliding and jumping. Again, like I mentioned before, that they nerfed the jump spam and everything. That was great. But I prefer how it is now. Although the sliding and everything in this game is very smooth. It's very nice to play. I enjoy it a lot. I prefer the way it used to be, but it's definitely better than Call of Duty now, where you're snaking everywhere and you jump shot every 2 shots, and it's just so toxic. This game can get a little toxic at times too, don't get me wrong, not like Call of Duty. So this game is definitely a step above Call of Duty, 100%. Now, I'm a big fan of this one. As I mentioned before, I have not been playing much. I actually haven't played any of the double XP weekends, except this weekend, the last weekend of the preseason before Season 1. I'm going to play a little bit when I can. I have not touched it. I have not touched double XP weekend at all since this game dropped. But for the 5 weekends, including this weekend, that the game has been out, there has been a double weapon XP weekend. And that's pretty much all you really care about, is leveling up your weapons. And that's amazing. It doesn't have to be every weekend. It doesn't even have to be 4 out of 5 of the weekends. But just having it that often and that consistent is so refreshing. It's so nice. It's so nice. Because leveling up your weapons is pretty much the main part of this game. Ooh, I'm definitely going to piss off some people with this one. It takes a while to grind the game. Yes, it's a free-to-play game, guys. I mean, do you want Ubisoft to release, like, put all this effort and work into this free-to-play game and then people 100% it in 2 weeks and never play again? No. The big thing about this was, I believe the max weapon level was 100, and that's how you got your camos and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta look back at it. But then last week or 2 weeks ago, they came out and said, all right, we're gonna bump up the leveling for the guns to 200, but also increase your XP that you're getting, or decrease how much it takes to level up your weapon. That's a good thing. That they want you to play the game. Why do you want 100% the game in like the first month? Like, why is that fun? I get it, you know, you want to show that you're a no-life and, you know, get all the camos and everything that you want. But, I mean, guys, what are we doing? Why do we want 100% a game that just came out? Like, for me, it's the summertime. I'm not going to spend my summer inside grinding a video game. I'm not 12 years old anymore. I'm going to go outside and do stuff. Personally, I get, you know, not everybody's like that. Not everybody wants to be outside. I completely understand. But you don't have to 100%, and, you know, as soon as all this stuff came out, everybody was, not everybody, but a lot of people were on Ubisoft, like, what are you doing? We were so close to getting this, and they, you know, they balanced it out. Whatever level you were, they doubled it. So if you were level 37 out of 100, now you're 74 out of 200, whatever it was. So it's not like they set you back. You're still at where you're supposed to be. They're just making the game, the grind longer, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, guys. And my final thoughts is that Prestige is coming. Next season, boys. Prestige is coming. Me personally, I think I'm like level 25. Again, I did not play much at all the past month that this game has been out. So I'm only, like I said, 25, maybe 26. I don't really remember. And that's good. You know, I'm not trying to grind out the game yet. You know, it's different when Call of Duty back then. I would, you know, take a couple days off work and I'd grind it out. I'm not doing that nowadays. I'm not doing it for this game. I'm not going to do it for Call of Duty this year. I'm not going to do it because it's not worth it to me. Especially for Call of Duty in a game that's going to be dead in a year. This game, you know, maybe it's worth it, but I got all the time in the world. I'm not stressed about it. If you guys are excited for Prestige, because I know I am, you know, I don't know what level it's going to be when you Prestige, because I've seen level 130s in my lobby already, which is insane. Touch grass, sir. Please, respectfully. Alright, I know it sounded like I complained a little bit in some of those positive aspects, but now we're really going to complain and hop into the negatives of XDefiant, in my eyes. It's true. I know I said that you don't want 100% the game so fast, but there is not enough to grind for outside of your weapon levels and the 3 mastery camos on your weapons. It's not enough. They got to add more. Hopefully they add a lot more in Season 1. Again, this is just a preseason. You know, let's not get all up in arms about this. It's just a preseason. There will be more stuff coming in the future, and just hopefully they add more stuff to grind for. It does take a while to unlock stuff, which is good. Like I said, it's a good thing in a free-to-play game. Keeps you playing, keeps you coming back to the game and doing more. Maybe add like a daily login bonus for people to log in daily, and just give us something nice to grind for. Something fun and different, not just like these boring camos and stuff and boring operator skins, which I'll get into in a second. And here is one of the negatives of having a free-to-play game, is that most people are going to make the cosmetics in the shop extremely expensive. $20 for a crappy retexture operator and a black camo for a random weapon you're never going to use is a rip-off. It's a rip-off. If they're going to make it $20, add a good skin. If you guys saw these skins in the shop, they literally look like someone took Crayola crayons and drawed on the shoulder pads and knee pads of these operators and said, alright, that looks like it's worth $20. And then went ahead, took my gun, dipped in some black paint, took it out and said, here's the rest of your bundle for $20. Thank you very much. That's horrible. I'm not saying Call of Duty is any better. I also don't like comparing this game to Call of Duty. I don't think this game is a Call of Duty killer. I think the only game that can kill Call of Duty is Call of Duty itself. I've said that 100,000 times. 100,000 times. And I'll keep saying it. But they gotta improve, either decrease the prices of the bundles you have in store, or add more to the bundles that you guys have in the shop, because right now with it's not good. It's not good. Holy moly, this battle pass of the preseason is horrible. I feel like I was gonna buy it because I'm like, I'd like to buy it. You know, it's the preseason first battle pass. I like to get it. No, it's so bad. There's no good skins. There's a cool skin for the P90, I think. That's it. The calling cards are like, I'd rather just not have a calling card. It's not that good. The operator skins look horrible. Everything looks horrible in the battle pass. There is no reason for you to buy it. The preseason, hopefully season 1 they add more stuff. Again, the operator skins were horrible. They were just absolutely dog water. They were bad. So if you bought it, I'm sorry. I mean, if you like it, that's, you know, teach their own. But the battle pass in this game for the preseason is one of the worst battle passes I think we've ever seen in a game in, I don't know, maybe since like the first season of Apex or like Apex preseason. I can't remember. One of those was really bad, but this was pretty bad too. Now, we did kind of touch up on this one here and there, but bad customization it's horrible in this game. It literally looks like people were just taking crayons, just rubbing whatever color they wanted on operator skins, and it looks horrible. The mastery camos, I mean, gold, like silver and bronze or whatever it is, they're alright, but like I'm not going to go ahead and grind out hundreds of hours just for that. They need to improve. They got to take a page out of Call of Duty's book and just say like, all right, we're gonna add some fun stuff. Not over the top. I don't want to see Nicki Minaj's ass bouncing around the map. I just want to see some fun stuff to customize my character, because right now nothing in this game is worth buying. Nothing in this game is worth buying. The hit registration in this game is pitiful. It was horrible when the game first launched. I'd probably say week of launch. Again, only put in maybe 3 hours, like that first week, maybe 4 hours. It was horrible. I was dying through walls. Yes, there's bullet penetration, but literally the bullets are curving around walls. And I have noticed a couple of games I was playing today, I was dying in some ridiculous ways where there was no plausible explanation except for just bad hit registration or netcode, whatever they want to call it. It's improved, but it's still really, really bad. Alright, this one's more of a personal issue. The release time, I don't understand why they did it. I understand why they released it when they did. Right before summer, it sucks. Personally, like I said, I'm not going to sit inside all day and play a game in the middle of summer. That's not what I do anymore. I'd rather be outside at this point. But, you know, clearly it doesn't affect them because they are, like, breaking records every week for how many active players that they have. It's crazy. So I'm not going to go and put this against them because apparently it's a really good thing, but I understand why they want to release it when Call of Duty is releasing it, like October, November, because it's going to be tough to compete with Call of Duty. I completely understand that. I would rather have them maybe like in April, but I don't know. I guess it depends when it was done, so I can't say anything. I just personally did not like when the release dropped. That's all.